Ain't no half Steppin with Marcus J. Live from the Den. Legacy Internet Radio. That's why I got me all in my feelings right now, and I'm a little bit annoyed. You can share with them if you want to, but yes, whatever. Hakeem is checking in. Our brother Hakeem is listening.
Hi, Hakeem.
And Hakeem has a very serious question for Pandora, so I'm going to ask Pandora to come to the mic and just answer a question real quick. It's a very serious question. It's very, very serious. It's Hakeem. It's your mom's friend on the radio and my brother from back in Jersey. It's a very serious question.
Okay.
You ready for the question?
Yeah.
You ready for the question?
Okay.
Are you ready for the question?
Yeah.
Hakeem wants to know, what the hell is LARPing?
LARPing? Oh,
I know what it is. I know what it is. Hakeem wants to know what the hell is LARPing.
LARPing means live action role playing. And when
Okay.
I told adults this, they were all like, what are you doing live action role playing? It's not what a lot of people think it is. It means live action role playing. It pretty much means you dress in costume, make fake, perfectly safe weapons, and you go out to an open field or behind an apartment building and you fake fight your friends in costume.
The only reason why I know what LARPing is because I saw it on a TV show maybe 5 years ago called Beauty and the Geek, I think it was called, and there was a guy on there who liked to LARP, so that's why I know what it is. Ain't no half stepping with Marcus J. Live from the Den, Legacy Internet Radio. She's been patiently waiting, and so have you, but it's time for our sister to let us hear her drop some knowledge as we do these Diva Diaries as we do every fourth Monday. It's time for the Diva. Go ahead, I see you. Uh-oh.
Go, girl.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Yeah. Why she does that little awkward thing that she do every morning.
It's not awkward, okay?
I always say the same.
It is the Sheikah Dougie, okay?
The Sheikah Dougie. Yeah. All right, it's time for the Diva Diaries, y'all. Thank you for your patience as we wait for it. Hakeem is laughing, by the way, at perfectly safe weapons. Diva.
Safe ones.
Yes, Diva. What you got?
I think the topic that I picked for today is perfectly appropriate because we talked about it earlier, and I want to pose to everyone relationships and racism today. With racism being a hot topic, I thought we should discuss it. When you think of those two words together, what thoughts come to mind, positive or negative? And please explain why. So, why do you think when you think the two words racism and relationships today, what kind of thoughts come to your mind?
Well, the first thing that comes to my mind is feeling sorry for the minority in that relationship because people are going to make faces, look at them, and the worst part would be maybe if your significant other family may have issues with you. I feel sorry for that person because you really shouldn't have to go through it regardless of what your race is. Right. It's something that you don't want to feel. If that's the person that you want to be with, that's the person you're in a relationship with, then if it doesn't matter for he and I, why does it matter for you? So to want to go through the negativity that's about to hit you, it's a little alarming.
Okay. So you took it in an interracial dating type of
that's how I took
direction.
It.
Okay. Marcus J., what do you think?
Well, I say that everybody has the right to do what they want to do. Get in where you fit in, make yourself happy. I think when we talk about these kinds of incendiary things, I think that as long as we're not judging folks, then we're okay. I think a lot of times we have to figure out the balance between judging and having an opinion.
Right.
Because I can have an opinion and not like what you're doing without judging you. And the example that I've been comfortable with making here on the show is Caitlyn Jenner. I think Bruce Jenner has every right to do what he did. Absolutely, I would support him being as happy as he wants to be in his transition and all that kind of stuff. I think that shit's weird as hell.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And so and I know that's not what you asked me, but I use that same kind of logic. Me personally, I ain't into it. I'm into sisters.
Right.
You know, so I mean, I don't see there being a time in my life where I would not be into sisters. But I'm not tripping off. Like I mentioned earlier in the show that, you know, my black male cousin married a white female woman. You know, I don't care. She's my cousin. I love her like she got, you know, brown skin, because I've seen how she is with the family, and the family loves her and she loves the family. I got another cousin who's a black female who married a white male. So, okay, you know, if you'd asked me 10 years ago or even 5 years ago, I might have been different with that opinion, but I've evolved to the position that I'm at now. I don't care. Do what you got to do.
Right.
Do what you got to do. Me personally, I would never transition from male to female, and I would never date a white woman.
Right.
That's just me.
You would be a white woman?
Okay.
Nah, I just wouldn't. And you know, a lot of times people they want you so bad in this world to, because you know, there's the one side that's like super aggressive about their racism, but then there's the kumbaya side too. And I don't really, I mean, both sides get on my damn nerves, because just because I go on record as saying that I wouldn't date a white woman doesn't make me a racist. It just means I have a preference for black women, because that's where I came from, and and I appreciate, you know, the fact that, you know, a black woman is my preference, and I appreciate that my mom is a black woman, you know what I'm saying, and my sisters, and I married a black woman, and my aunts and my grandma and all of them. That is what I was raised with, as seeing as the model of beauty. And so I wouldn't, and it's just me. You know, some people going to hear that and be like, Marcus J is a racist. He said he hates white people.
That's not what I heard.
That's not what I said.
Right.
You know, but people going to hear what they want to hear, and that's fine too.
That's true. I have a follow-up question to that, and I've asked it before on the show, but we have a different, you know, dynamic, and it's a different time. Is interracial dating just as controversial today as it used to be 20 years ago? How about 50 years ago?
Ask Derek Luke. He going through it now, because he is married to, I believe she's Latina, Derek Luke. Many folks know Derek Luke as the Hollywood actor, very handsome, dark-skinned black male. He grew up in Jersey City just like I did. I grew up with his older brother, and so I don't know Derek, but I know his brother well. And I know that he spent a lot of time in our hometown in Jersey City doing a lot of community work. He's spoken to youth, and he's done a whole lot of stuff. And instead of focusing on the great work he's done in Hollywood and the great work he's done in Jersey City, people want to throw shots at him in social media because his wife is Hispanic. I mean, you know, and I mean, to look at her, she looks white, but she's Hispanic. And so, I mean, do I think it's better, easier now? Absolutely, it's better, easier now. There was a couple right here in Virginia, I want to say, that ended up getting lynched because she was white and he was black, and they were a very historical company.
Right?
A couple,
yes,
and I can't think of their names. Maybe you can.
I can't remember their names. The woman was black, the husband was white.
Is that what it was?
Yes.
Yeah. I mean, it's crazy. I mean, I think it's better now. And I think it's better than it was 20 years ago. I think that even though you have a strong lobby against anything that's not, you know, white and Protestant and straight in this country, you also have a very strong lobby for people just doing what they want to do. And that's evidenced by the homosexuality agenda becoming kind of I mean, the president of the United States went to a foreign country and told them that they should allow gays there. I mean, come on now.
Wow.
I mean, it's real. And so, you know, and I know I keep going to that, but to me, it's all about letting folks live how they want to live and do what they want to do. Do I think it's easier now? Yeah. I don't think that I would bat the same eye today that maybe my predecessor would have batted in 1974, the year I was born, at seeing an interracial couple. And the interracial couples in my family, one has been married for close to 30 years, and the other one, they're divorced now, but we kept her.
Right.
You know,
well,
and she's been around for 20 years. So
I would be really I guess, curious to ask those type of couples, what are you going through now with all of this recent racism that's, showing its ugly head with the Confederate flags and, police brutality and all that. I would love to talk to an interracial couple now to see, what are their discussions like at home? How do they deal with it? Is it causing a strain in the relationship, or does it make them stronger? I guess it just all depends on the couple. What do you think, SY? You think interracial dating is a little more acceptable?
It's a little easier now. It's a little more acceptable now. I don't think that I say that because at least I haven't heard of any killings because of it. I mean, we may not like it. There are people who may not like it, but I mean, these couples, they just get, maybe some backlash, some words or what have you. But I think it's definitely more acceptable. You look around where we are and, that's what you see. So.
Yeah, it's pretty popular, I guess you would say that nowadays for people to be interracial dating.
Yeah.
Well, let me ask you guys this. No. Let's flip it around.
No.
And let's say that you are the same race. You can give me a hard time, right?
No.
Let's say you are the same race in a relationship, and you think of the words racism with relationship. What would be your thoughts with that?
Say that again.
What comes to mind? Like you immediately, when I mentioned racism and relationships, you immediately went to interracial relationships. But let's say you're of the same race, and you have the words racism and relationships. What thoughts come to your mind?
Nothing.
Nothing?
No.
You don't think people of the same race have to deal with that? Or your daughter?
What am I experiencing? I'm with a partner who is the same race I am.
Right.
Who am I experiencing it from other than the normal day-to-day crap that we go through now?
That's what I'm talking about. How do you as a couple deal with the outside racism?
Oh, shit. We handle it the same way we would handle it now. I mean, whatever happens, he's got my back, I got his back. That's just how we roll.
That's how you roll?
do you
think?
It wouldn't be any different as whether, if we weren't together. You know what I'm saying? If we really want to stand up for who we are and what's right for us, then it doesn't matter. We'll do it whether we're separate or together. So, I mean, I don't think of it as us being in the same racism for us together. So it's just the normal day-to-day stuff that we're fighting now.
Right. Okay. Well, Miss Pandora wanted to come to the mic. You had something to add?
My mom's giving me the weird face.
No, I'm looking at you like, what are you going to say?
It's the same thing that you were saying about racism towards you, even though you're the same race. But with friends, I would say, because you might have white friends, or you might have, I don't know, Mexican friends, and your girlfriend isn't cool that you're hanging out with, I don't know, Roberto at the bar tomorrow because he is Mexican. And to deal with American...
So that I'm dating a racist. That's what it sounds like. It sounds like I'm dating a racist. If he's going to have a problem with me, going to hang out with Roberto or, Guadalupe, then he's a racist. These are my friends.
Yeah, I wouldn't ditch my friends just because you're a racist. Dude, they're my friends. Go to them in the corner.
Good point. Okay. Excuse me.
They still would be your friends. Okay. Marcus J., what do you have on this topic?
I mean, I don't think that because, well, I guess I'm a little confused by the question because to me it's kind of a no-brainer. I think the norm is same race couples, just like male and female couples are the norm. I mean, we can we can play the, same-sex marriage is taking over America and act like we're outraged by that all we want. But the reality is the dominant culture in this nation with regards to, marriage is a man and a woman. Doesn't mean that that's the only way, but that's what most people do. The same with regards to races. Most black people marry black people, and most white people marry white people, and most Asian people marry Asian people, etc. And so I guess if I'm understanding the question, how would a black man and a black woman that were a couple deal with racism as a couple? I mean, is that what the question is?
Well, the question was what thoughts come to your mind when you hear those two words and the dynamic of being in the same race? So you could say... But
it's not something that I even think about because to me it's the norm.
As a couple, you might have to do certain things to deal with outside racism as a couple.
I guess I guess so, but I mean, I guess that's all I know. I guess, and I guess kind of going back to the definition of white privilege, you don't realize there's white privilege because you benefit from the privilege. And so using that kind of logic, I don't see there being any different kind of racism being with a black woman because it's all I know. You know what I mean? And so, have I had situations where I felt like, I or we were slighted because we're black? Yeah, of course. You get the crappy service at a restaurant because the person doesn't, assumes that you're not going to give them a good tip. You know what I mean? Or going in the store and, having, my daughter with me and people watching me watch her, stuff like that. I mean, but that's more just being a black dude type racism than having anything to do with a couple.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And so, and since I've never experienced what it's like to be in an interracial relationship, I don't know what that's like, and I don't know what it's like to be in a homosexual relationship. So I don't know what it's like to be with anything other than a black woman.
Right.
So I don't have nothing to compare it to.
Okay. I feel you on that.
Can I say something?
Yes, you may,
No.
ma'am.
So I did find the couple. It is Mr. and Mrs. Richard Perry Loving of Virginia. And here's their photo, right? Is that who you were talking about? Because those are the people I remember.
Yeah, I think that's them.
Yeah. Richard and Mildred Loving. They were Virginia's first, according to this, Virginia's first legal interracial marriage. So, yeah, y'all. They went through some hoo-hoo, too. But, there's a story. They're doing a story on them called, I think it's The Loving. Where is it? I saw
The Lovings, yeah.
The what?
The Lovings, yeah. Wasn't that their name?
Yeah, The Lovings.
Yeah. Keep up.
Whatever. Okay, so yeah, that was their name, y'all. Look them up. Richard Perry Loving and his wife, who's African American, black, whatever, Mildred Loving.
How many years of marriage you said?
I didn't, but let's take a look. I believe 9 years prior, 1967. 1967. What is that? 48?
1967 is 48 years ago this year, yeah.
48.
Okay. That's a long
Hot
time.
dang,
to stay
boy.
together.
She was tolerating some serious business.
Yeah. I'm sure he did too.
No, she was. You know
Yeah.
how men are.
Okay.
You trying to start something?
You know how men are.
Don't stop.
You trying to start something?
Won't be none.
I have no idea how emotionally annoying you women are.
Okay, let's transition.
Don't even get me started.
We're still on the race topic. I have a scenario for you. So you're in a fresh new relationship with your new boo.
You being fresh with your new boo?
You're in a fresh relationship with your new boo, who happens to be of another race. You like him or her a lot, and you think he or she may be the one. It has been 6 months, and you neglected to share his or her race with your family, who happens to be overtly racist. What do you do? That's why.
Oh, is it my relationship or the family's?
It's
mine,
yours,
right?
girl.
Okay, so they'll get over it.
They'll get over
They'll
it.
get over it.
I know that's right. So you don't really pay much attention to them being
Mm-mm.
rude to your new boo.
Oh, they won't be rude.
Oh, you gonna get them straight
Oh,
before
they'll be straight.
the dinner. Oh,
They'll be
okay.
straight.
Okay.
Mhm.
Okay. Well, what
What
if?
we have to look out for is my mama. She's sharp with the tongue. Lord.
Right. Would you wait some time before desensitize them first
Nope.
before? Okay.
Mm-mm.
You
See, the
just
funny
bring 'em
part
right
is
on
me. I would probably say, "Oh, mommy, going out on a date or what have you or whatever,"
Mhm.
and he's of X race, you know,
Mhm.
and depending on what it is, she'll be like, "Come again." But I don't think
Right.
she would have. I don't think my mom would. My mom's not prejudiced, so she wouldn't insult him and make comments to him, anything like that. But she would get at me a little bit. She would dig into me now, and but I don't have to worry about that because it won't happen.
Okay. Marcus J.
Yeah, I mean,
Let's imagine that you're a single man and
okay.
you do have another
and a white
race,
woman.
with you.
Okay, and the question again is, am I worried how my family would react?
What would you do? You know that they're overtly racist, and you got a new boo, and you want to show them off. I mean, you've been together for 6 months, and you still haven't invited them home to your family. So,
I mean, hypotheticals honestly are difficult, but I don't think that's something that I would have hidden. You know what I mean? Like, I don't think that I would have hidden, the fact that, I'm dating, a white woman, especially with the history of my
Why
family.
she got to be white?
I mean, whatever. What's the difference?
I'm just saying.
and maybe you don't think of her as that serious yet. It might not be about the race thing, but some guys or ladies might not show their, boo until they know it's serious.
But you said that we think he's the one. Or he
At this
thinks
point,
she's the one.
yeah, at this point.
Yeah. I'd be like, "Yo, lady, check it out."
Yeah, I mean, that one's hard for me because I just don't know how I could suspend reality to jump into the hypothetical, because I know me and I know how I am.
Right.
And if I wanted to roll with her, I wouldn't care what you thought. I would want your blessing.
Right.
But if I didn't, because I'm not built that way. I'm not built in a way that I will change what I want to do because of what you think. You know what I mean? Like,
Right.
I don't mean that to sound kind of as harsh as it's probably coming off, but especially with the precedent that I already laid out for you and my family. I got gay people, and I got interracial dating. I got a cousin that I recently found out that his woman is Asian, which is fine, but I'd never seen that before. But I mean, it's cool. We got another cousin that's got a Latina female, and I told you that we got plenty of white folk in the family. So
Right.
I can't really suspend the knowledge of how I am and how my family is to give you the hypothetical answer that you're looking for. The only thing I could tell you is I probably wouldn't have waited
Right. That long.
anyway. So it's kind of a moot point for me anyway.
I would say, for me, I would be more nervous about how my dad would perceive it. I think my mom would be more cool with it than my dad would be. He's really old-fashioned, and that would be a little nerve-wracking. But
And also, you his little girl.
But mom is the boss, so all I got to do is get it past her, and dad's gonna fall in line. What'd you say?
That's the white meat.
Yeah, I don't either. But it could be. Now I am
Really?
open to
Can't
other
believe you
types
just
of
said that.
races like Latinos. So
I can't believe she said that. You're gonna just gloss right over what she said. I'm like, okay.
no, I got what she said,
Yeah.
and I agree with her. I'm not really into
can't.
Caucasian men, but
you
I
imagine?
would date another type of race.
And it's funny looking, most likely.
Oh goodness, let's move on.
Yeah, quit being disrespectful.
Let's move on.
It is. I know it is.
Okay, can we transition to break?
Okay, well,
Break?
so send us to a break then.
Yeah, we're going to a break, and we'll be right back after these messages.
But she wants to take a break, but we're though. I'm sitting there. I'm not sure that I'm ready. I'm not sure that I'm ready to take a break yet because I want to go back to this inappropriate comment that this one over here. You know, we're gonna take that break in a minute. I mean, we don't have to restate what you said. Okay. But how you gonna sit there and be so mean?
I'm not being mean. That's just how I feel.
I mean, but it's mean though.
It's not mean. How is it mean?
I just don't think that you should have said what you said. You mean. You're a mean person. You're a mean-spirited person, and you should take it back. Yes.
It's not mean. I'm not.
She's just being honest, and she said what I didn't say.
Is that what it is?
You know what I'm saying? She said what I was thinking.
It's like eating raw chicken.
So, all right. Now we do have to go to break because I ain't fooling with y'all. I thought that maybe I could not go to break and maybe try to get you to behave yourself, but that ain't happening. So we're going to take a break, and we're going to listen to a song sung by a white woman.